What's up everybody, it's Sean here today to give you guys a review of the New Balance 550 in this multicolor colorway. Today's video was brought to you by Heffelux. Heffelux is my all-time favorite sneaker insoles, and they sell ETPU insoles, which essentially is the same material you'll find in Adidas Boost. So if you're looking to add some additional comfort inside your shoes, be sure to check out their website, which I've linked down below in the description box. You'll see they sell a variety of different insoles, so depending on the type of insole density and the cushioning setup you're looking for, you're going to find this a suitable pair for anyone. So I've been a paying customer of Heffelux for years now, and to me, I personally find them to be extremely comfortable. So if you guys want to check them out and try a pair for yourself, be sure to use the code SEANGO at checkout and get 15% off your entire purchase. So these New Balance 550s is a recent pickup that landed on newbalance.ca, our Canadian website, a few weeks back. Nicknamed the Multicolor colorway, the official colorway on the website is Sea Salt and Surf, and the style code is BB550SSC, and these retailed for a price of $110 US or $150 here in Canada. So I don't know what it was about this colorway, but something about it caught my eye. Maybe because it's kind of like a Nike What The version of a New Balance 550, and the randomness of this color scheme kind of intrigued me. And just like a lot of New Balance 550s, this specific pair was made in China. So diving into the details, the upper of the shoe is predominantly constructed out of a smooth white leather. On top of the toe box, you can see we have these 3 rows of perforations, and we have this small hit of this red colored mesh. Overlaid on top of the toe box, we have this asymmetrical overlay, and this wraps around the entire front end of the toe box. Moving downwards, you can see here we have 550 branding in black, and this leather panel here is entirely perforated on the bottom. And beneath this, we have this black layer underneath to give it additional contrast. Moving downwards, the mid panel of the shoe, this is covered in this tan colored suede, which feels pretty nice to the touch. In the middle though, we have this puffed New Balance N logo, which is covered in this yellow colored vinyl material, and it's outlined in this dark blue colored leather. Moving downwards, we have this gray leather overlay, which feels a bit more synthetic compared to the white leather used on the majority of the shoe. Underneath this, the upper portion is covered in nylon, and you'll see that the very top of the heel is actually very well padded. And then beneath this, we have another suede overlay, this time done in more of a gray color, and we have New Balance branding in the middle in blue. Surrounding the bottom of the heel, we have this TPU heel clip, which is done in a combination of blue and black. And this is there to give you additional structure and support for the back end of the shoe. As for the laces, so these only come with one lace option, and they're just your standard flat style white lace. Underneath this, you'll see that the tongue is constructed out of nylon, just like the same material we saw on the top of the heel. But we have this large rectangular tag on the top with New Balance 550 branding in white, sail, and gray. The interior of the shoe is well padded, and it's covered in this white colored nylon, which gives it a nice silky smooth finish. And then as we take out the insoles, so these come with your typical Ortholite insole. It's a dual density insole as well. So we have your standard foam layer on top, which is lined in black, and we have New Balance branding stamped on the heel in red. And on the back half of the insole, there's another layer of foam as well to give you that added level of comfort. The upper of the 550 sits atop this solid rubber cupsole, which is painted in this off-white or cream color, giving it more of that vintage flair. In the middle, you can see we have both the New Balance logo and the New Balance word mark. And then on the medial side, the middle here is actually exposed, revealing that foam layer from within the midsole. Finally, turning this pair over to the bottom, here we have your classic 550 outsole. This is constructed out of a combination of gray, teal, and cream colored rubber. We have the circular pivot point on the forefoot, along with New Balance branding running down the heel. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these 550s, and for those wondering about sizing, to me these fit like most of my other 550s, so I personally prefer to go a half size down to a size 9.5. So I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and the 550 is a little bit of an odd fitting shoe. When I go true to sizing them, there's just way too much heel slippage, they fit way too long, so that's personally why I prefer to go a half size down. But the width of the 550 can be a little bit snug, and it's definitely one of those shoes that I have to really wear in and break in until they become much more comfortable. But if you have narrow or normal width feet, I personally think that going a half size down should be perfectly fine. But whatever size you normally wear for the 550, I'd stick with that same size for this pair. Just for a quick comparison, I also go a half size down in other New Balance silhouettes like the 992, the 990 V3, V4, V5, and the 998. And in comparison, I stick true to size or a size 10 in the 997, the 990 V2 because I feel like those two models have a bit more of a narrow toe box, along with a lot of my made in UK models like the 991, 1500, and 1530, and of course most of my 2002 Rs as well. Next up, in terms of the comfort, so in my opinion at least, the 550 is extremely comfortable. Some people won't like this model. It is more on the heavier side and clunkier side, and it's obviously not going to fit everyone's foot shape. But I feel like the majority of that comfort is coming from that super well padded insole, and that to me feels very comfortable. I kind of compare it to an Air Force One with a better insole, so it's not going to be that breathable. It's going to be pretty warm inside here, and like I said, it's quite clunky and heavy. But if you don't mind that and you're looking for a shoe that has a really nice step-in comfort straight out of the box, then you'll probably appreciate the 550. Finally, in terms of the overall quality and craftsmanship, so I feel like general release 550s, it can really vary from a material perspective. Some 550s use a very hard plastic and synthetic leather, whereas other models, like for example the Sea Salt and Cream pair, the leather used on those pairs are much nicer. This pair, I gotta say, is more on the nicer side. While the quality of the leather isn't the best I've seen on a New Balance shoe, for a general release 550 at least, the materials were actually quite nice. When you push your fingers across the leather, you can tell that it's a nice soft material and it doesn't have that very synthetic plastic coating that some other 550s have. And similarly, the suedes used on the mid panel and the heel, this also felt very nice to the touch as well, so I was pleasantly surprised by the material quality. And from an overall build and craftsmanship standpoint, I really had no major flaws at all on this pair. I thought it was pretty solidly well put together and I really had no complaints at all. So with all that out of the way now, let me lace these up and I'll show you guys how these look on feet. So this is more or less your run-of-the-mill 550, except of course the color scheme and the surprise in the material quality. I think the colorway is a very nice pair to wear for the summer, and like I said in the very beginning, for some reason it kind of reminds me of what the New Balance 550, and I think for the most part the color scheme and the color blocking really works. My only issue is this hit of red right here, which I think kind of throws off the look of the shoe, but I guess that was the intention when they designed this colorway. In a perfect world, I think without this red, this shoe would have looked a lot better, but that's just my opinion. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this multicolor or sea salt and surf colorway. What are your overall thoughts on the design and the execution of this color blocking? Are you guys feeling these random colors? Is it not really your thing? Drop a comment down below. Also, if you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, follow me on Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.